It's time now for Peter Channel 11 o'clock news. Late Tuesday, June 21st, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Your 11 o'clock news and on the top story at 11th hour on this late Tuesday night is New York, where Donald Trump argued Tuesday that the American public knows very little about Hillary Clinton's religion, raising questions about how it will affect her leadership should she become president. North Korea fired 2 missiles Wednesday morning from its eastern coast, according to the South Korean and U.S. officials. The missiles launched did not pose a threat to the North America, said Commander David Benham, spokesman of the U.S. said. Jersey City, New Jersey. 3 people were caught on alleged vigilante ministry with unauthorized weapons during a routine church shop at the Holland Tunnel on Tuesday, a 40D said. A federal jury in Senate and the convicted 2 men conspired to help Islamic State militants in Iraq and Syria. One of the men tried to board a plane to the Middle East. Iraq. Families being in the combat of the Iraqi city of Fallujah have been forced to sleep in the open desert in an almost week of 8 agencies warning that the people at West Kadina and supplies of tents and water run dangerously low. Caracas, Venezuela. Senior U.S. diplomat was scheduled to meet Tuesday with Venezuelan officials to discuss artillery between the normally hostile governments as the socialist right nation has thrown apart by daily food protests and campaign denounced. The final live debate of the UK's EU referendum campaign took place at Wembley Arena on Tuesday night. In the Egyptian judge crushed President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's agreement to cede the 2 Red Sea islands to Saudi Arabia, a deal that sparked some of the country's largest protests in the years over what was viewed as the sale of the sovereign Egyptian territory. After a suicide car bombed near Jordan's border with Syria on Tuesday, Jordan declared the area as a closed military zone. Washington, Pennsylvania, Senator Chuck Cavada was convicted of federal corruption charges on Tuesday. The 59-year Democrat who represents West Philadelphia was found guilty on all 23 charges he faced, which include racketeering and money laundering. The New York City Council on Tuesday voted 49 and affidavit to approve legislation to provide free feminine and hygiene products to students in the city's public schools, homeless women living in shelters, and women in jails. Investigators believe that the Department of Homeland Security employee charged with bringing a gun to the work may have been upon an attack. Firefighters on Tuesday continuing to battle twin blazes down, burning dangerously close to each other in the mountains above throughout the island, as hundreds of residents were forced to flee and dozens of horses were evacuated. Tesla Motors Incorporated offered to buy Solar City Corporation would combine 2 already deeply linked companies to offer clean energy enthusiasts in a one-stop shop. The rules regarding the fine drones in the United States have greatly been relaxed, paving the way for the thousands of businesses to fly illegally in the country's airspace. A new study predicts that the federal forecast of the national health care spending under President Obama's signature help off about a big estimate by $2.6 trillion over a 5-year period. The Abilene County nuclear power will be shut down in 2025, but the sovereign last expires, owner Pacific Gas and Electric Company said. Taking get some local news. North Edinburgh, when the World War II Memorial Pool opened to the season on Monday, Cinnamons found a wealth of new upgrades that will make the facility safer, cleaner, and sharper. The improvements installed by the Parks Department and over the past few months are the result of a $50,000 state grant. The new pool will open in anticipated 9-week season and make a splash foundation June 27th, Better Night, and Cannonball contest. The event from 6 to 7 p.m. will feature refreshments and tours of the pool, island, and the potato park and recreation department that made since the takeover of the operation 11 years ago. The legislature moved on much needed tournaments at the time didn't have the funds to support Parks Director Stephen Cavall said. Plainville, Harness, Source President Plainridge Park City was about to get a major financial boost because the state has changed the way to distribute revenue from attacks on slot machines. Faced with a state budget shortfall of up to $750 million, voters are debating by lawmakers whether to axe the public sales tax holiday summer to the dismay of Edinburgh area shoppers and businesses. Relevant town officials have agreed to share information about a proposed gas combustion station with Edinburgh Mayor Kevin Dumas and members of the administration. Brantford, one person was injured in a railway accident in Interstate 495 South Tuesday night. North Edinburgh, an accused after screening video of her faced the charge of videotaping 2 women changing clothes of talking to rescue women to working out, been charged with a similar crime in the river earlier this month. Mansfield drivers will be dealing with delays on Eastman Street for the next 6 weeks as work continues to tie Eastern residents into the Mansfield, Norton, Foxborough regional sewer plant. Brockton, Massachusetts, and a 9-year-old Massachusetts man will spend at least 8 years behind bars in a fatal settlement of Brockton man in 2014. The advisory reports that Jamel Richards was sentenced Monday in Plymouth Supreme Court to 8 to 10 years in prison, and Richards has pleaded guilty previously to a manslaughter charge. Police found 22-year-old Jacinto Vieira covered in blood and suffered from several stab wounds in the porch of a Green Street home on April 11, 2014. He was pronounced dead at an area hospital a short time later. Zoo closes in Springfield, Massachusetts. Tough try to wrangle escape 12-pound monkey. The NOAA predicts coral bleaching and reef tops will worsen over the next year, but numbers will more be coveted in corals resiliency. A whale jitters have ritual seem to defy the laws of physics and the two swift movements and the critters textures up. Of the mouth and the exfoliation water times greater than the best point movement across the spray and the stiff back of the mouth. K233b showed an illustration when the youngest exponents detected the date makes up quickly over around the start about 5 days. By some measures, China now has the world's best computer. The question whether Americans should worry about it, as John Buckoff writes, China dominates the news list of the world's best supercomputer with a process calculating machine. Mosquito saliva might be even more important for the spread of infection than anyone thought. 2 studies published in the past week shows that mosquito saliva lowers immune cells in the side of bite and tricks them into spreading viruses. Evidence is mounting that doctors who receive a little one more meal from a drug company tend to prescribe more expensive brand name medications for a common ailment than those who don't. Low activity, especially the gene, may be affecting person's social behavior, including the ability to form healthy relationships, researchers said. As a result of the sex tech revolution, the growing number of women are turning to their mobile phones for birth control. At least half a dozen digital ventures across the country reach up and maps to non-profits like Planned Parenthood. Peter Chell News Time is now 11:06 on this late Tuesday night, and it's time now for Trevor Report on this late Tuesday night. Let's study off down in Rhode Island and Eastern Connecticut, where it's looking good down with and always around that region, except a few slow spots. Route 6 in the eastbound side, little slow up to 295 Justin and 130 in the eastbound side. Little slow after the Jamestown Bridge. 95 on the northbound side, little slow over the Sharon stretch. But otherwise, southeast of Massachusetts sideways are looking good, and Route 3 on the northbound side, little slow to Braintree stretch. 93 to the southbound side, little slow to the Dorchester stretch. Mass Park on the westbound side, little slow for the Newton corner. 120 on the northbound side, so for Devon's Beverly, and 120 to the southbound side, little slow for Route 95 in Peabody. 495 on the southbound side, little slow around Route 2 in Acton, and Route 495 on the northbound side, little slow around Route 3 in Lowell. 190 in the southbound side, little slow around 290 in Shrewsbury. 91 on the southbound side, little slow around Northampton. 91 on the northbound side, little slow around Route 2 in Greenfield. I-84 on the westbound side, it did slow around the Torrance stretch. I-84 on the westbound side, little slow before 691 in Meriden, Connecticut. Route 9 on the westbound side, little slow around I-91. 95 on the northbound side, little slow to New Haven stretch. 95 on the southbound side, little slow to Bridgeport stretch. 95 on the southbound side, little slow to Stamford stretch. 95 on the northbound side, little slow to 287 to Route 95. And 91 on the southbound side, little slow on Northampton stretch. Highways of Vermont and New Hampshire are looking good except on the Spalding Turnpike on the northbound side. Little slow just around Route 16 in Rochester. 195 on the westbound side, little slow to Saco Main stretch just before the main turnpike. And 295 on the southbound side, little slow around Route 95 and around main turnpike in South Portland. And 95 on the southbound side, little slow between Waterville and Augusta, Maine. And 395 on the eastbound side, little slow at the Bangor Main stretch. Up in New York State, New York State 3 and both ends, little slow in Syracuse. 990 in the eastbound side, little slow to 290 in Lockport, New York. New York State Freeway in the eastbound side, little slow before 290 in Buffalo, and New York State Freeway on the westbound side, little slow to 390 in Henrietta, New York. Down in New York City and vicinity, 95 on the southbound side, little slow in the Bronx, all the way after the Bronx River Parkway. 95 on both ends, little slow on I-87 in the Bronx. Lincoln Tunnel on the westbound side, slow for both ends. FDR Drive on both ends, little slow from Lincoln Tunnel all the way from Midtown Tunnel all the way up to Harlem. Midtown Tunnel, both ends, slow go. 230 on eastbound and westbound side, little slow to Brooklyn stretch. 295 on the southbound side, little slow from Bronx River Parkway all the way out to the Queens. 679 on the northbound side, little slow to Fletcher stretch. New Jersey Turnpike on the southbound side, it is closed from Newark all the way out to Bunbury Township at the Jersey Turnpike and then Garden State Parkway is out, looking good. 95 on the southbound side, a little slow to Jersey Turnpike just before the Delaware Bridge. 676 over to the westbound side, a little slow with the Philadelphia stretch in South City, Philadelphia. Pennsylvania Turnpike over to the westbound side, it's a little slow just about Exton, Pennsylvania, but it's looking good from Philly to Pittsburgh. And 78 on the westbound side, a little slow headed towards Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Down in Maryland and D.C., Baltimore Washington Parkway, a little slow just around the Bowie stretch. 695 on the westbound side, a little slow in Tossin stretch, and Capitol Beltway, a little slow from Alexandria, Virginia, and National Harbor, Maryland. And Route 15 in the eastbound side. Also in Annapolis, Maryland. Take a look at trended updates on the MBTA at 11:10. The subway system is looking good. On the commuter rail and the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Channel News on 11:10 on this late Tuesday night. And it's time now for a weather report on this late Tuesday night. And our current conditions in the North Massachusetts at 11:10 p.m. 57 degrees with first skies. 14 above Celsius, humidity 90%. Wind speed is calm, barometer 20 by 79 inches. Super about 54 degrees. Visibility 10 miles an hour. Looking at current conditions around the region, it is 75 degrees in Boston, 65 in Billy and Gloucester, 68 in Fitchburg, 62 in Worcester and in Norwood, 59 in Taunton, 66 in Norwood, 66 in New Bedford, 63 in Plymouth, 66 in Falmouth and Chatham, Murfreesboro, 63 in Nantucket. It's 61 in Block Island, and that's 59 in Woodstock, 78 in Providence, 69 in Wesley, 67 in Block Island, 68 in Montauk, 72 in Innisfil, 81 in New York City, 78 in Bridgeport, New Haven, 68 in Denver, 66 in Waterbury, Connecticut, 72 out in Meriden, 68 degrees in Hartford and Winslow, Connecticut, 61 in Springfield, Massachusetts, 66 degrees out in Greenfield, Massachusetts, 65 in North Andover, Massachusetts, 63 degrees out in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, a pair of 65s in Silver Springs and Albany, New York, 60 degrees out in Relevant, Vermont, 62 in Bennington, and Vermont, 59 degrees, Lebanon, New Hampshire, 62 degrees, in Luckhorn, New Hampshire, 63 in Keene, New Hampshire, 6 degrees in Jeffrey, New Hampshire, it's 66 degrees in Calgary, New Hampshire, 69 in Manchester, New Hampshire, in Portsmouth, Maine, and Nashville, New Hampshire, 73 degrees in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Take a look at the map where the country shows a high-pressure ridge from Manitoba stretching in the western Great Lakes and down to western Illinois, and high-pressure ridges around Colorado and New Mexico, and a high-pressure ridge in northern Idaho, and off the Carolinas, and off the Gulf of Mexico. Followed by from Virginia down for North Carolina, and followed by from eastern Colorado down for northwestern Oklahoma, Texas, and then followed by from southwestern Arizona down for Gulf of California. And look at the cold front from San Francisco stretching down through Wyoming, and a pink front stretching from southeastern Alberta down through Wyoming with a low pressure down to Wyoming and down to Alberta. And we got a warm front stretching from Wyoming and down to Nebraska, and a stationary front from Missouri stretching all the way down to Pennsylvania, and merging cold from New Jersey stretching up the New England coast and up into New Brunswick, and a low pressure region in the west desert southwest, and a warm front up to British Columbia. 73 degrees in Detroit and Pittsburgh, 74 degrees in Chicago, Washington, D.C., 77 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 82 in Kansas City, it's 82 in Atlanta, Georgia, it's 76 in Miami, 83 in Brownsville, Texas, 91 degrees in Dallas, Texas, it's 86 in Omaha, Nebraska, it is 68 in Great Falls, Montana, 67 in Seattle, 66 in San Francisco, 69 degrees in Los Angeles. Oh my, hot desert day, 108 in Las Vegas and Phoenix. Oh, the desert Southwest can't catch a break with the heat and humidity, plus the wildfires in desert Southwest near California. Boy, you gotta feel for those victims as they try to tough it out in this extreme heat. 93 degrees out in Salt Lake City, 82 in Denver, and 91 degrees out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Alright, let's take a look at the radar scoop. And y'all know the front that brought us the showers and thunderstorms that gave everybody a jolt this morning. Well, I heard the jolt this morning around 4 or 5 a.m. And there it is. Still lingering with some heavy showers and thunderstorms at the southeastern tip of Cape Cod, stretching at the sea. And zoom you out just a little bit. And seeing some lines of showers and thunderstorms stretching all the way down off the northeastern tip of North Carolina, and a lot of rain showers at the southeastern tip of Virginia, and patchy rain showers around Richmond, Virginia, and then seeing some spotty rain showers around Washington, D.C., and stretch around eastern Maryland just south of Baltimore, and a little line of rain showers in western portions of Maryland, and a little line of rain showers when western New York just around Rochester and down to Buffalo, and a line of rain showers stretching northeast Michigan and down for Ontario, northeast of Toronto. And the rest of the country shows that we're seeing some lines of rain showers and storms from southeast of Kentucky, down for northeast of Tennessee, down for western North Carolina, down in northwest portions of Georgia. And another little rain showers stretching from Florida down for western Cuba. And a little rain showers from Iowa down for northeast Missouri and down western portions of Illinois. And a lot of showers and storms from Dakotas all the way down for Southern Saskatchewan, and Alberta, down for British Columbia, and then out of the western portion of Washington State, and patchy rain showers around the Four Quarter region and central Nevada and eastern portions of California, where the desert Southwest could use a drop of rain. So, satellite look, but it shows a line of clouds coming in from the coastal New England and stretching all the way down for the Virginias and then for the Carolinas and down for eastern Tennessee and northern Georgia, and Atlantic clouds from southeastern Iowa down for northeast Missouri, down for western Illinois, and Atlantic clouds from Illinois, from Iowa stretching down for western Wisconsin, down for Minnesota and the Dakotas, and stretching all the way from Manitoba down for British Columbia, and Atlantic clouds covering the Four Quarter region, and Atlantic clouds stretching down for Mexico, and patchy clouds by Nevada, down for southwestern California, around the Los Angeles, San Diego area. And Atlantic clouds coming from Cuba. Nothing brewing in the Atlantic. And nothing brewing in the Eastern Pacific. Seasonable temperatures are expected for tomorrow with a few showers possible. Low pressure passes just south of New England Thursday, bringing showers of cool temperatures followed by dry seasonable conditions Friday. Dry, very warm weather this weekend did it early next week for the coastal with chances of showers of dust with next Tuesday ahead of a cold front. Due to until 6 a.m. Monday, Wednesday morning, 10:45 p.m. at pretty water cold front, so ever slowly shifts up this evening. Scattered showers develop from the far north and frigid and convected to the movement of the New Jersey coast. The showers have tracked across the southern waters, including the south shore, the lower and mid Cape. Nantucket, Marvin's been over the industrial yards. London has remained well 70 hours with the note of a couple of CG structural east of the Nantucket since 0 Tuesday. Also known the patchy fog across the outer Cape and the Nantucket as well. Some haze that reported early this evening by the Nantucket Venue Ferry reports. Expect continued low temperature 2 points spread across the Cape and Islands. So, to see low clouds of fog develop over that. May see some fog and also develop around after 08C. Along south coastal areas, but should be brief there. Elsewhere, to see a middle clear sky with diminishing winds and a weak bridge crosses. Adjusted temperatures about the south coast a bit with a low temperature 2 point spread. Otherwise, appear to be in good shape. Have updated new term forecast of big current conditions. Current. Alright, some of the forecast goes like this. For tonight, most coast got about 55 degrees, got northwest wind. Wednesday, temperature showers between noon and 1 p.m. Then sun temperature showers after 1 p.m. Most of the about 78 degrees, coming westward by 8 miles an hour after with gusts at 20 miles an hour. Temperature 20%. When that, most coast got 53 degrees and westward at 5 miles coming after midnight. Thursday, showers likely afternoon. Increased skies about 73 degrees, coming southwestward 5 miles an hour morning. Temperature 7%. New percent, 29 minutes possible. For Thursday, chance of showers, maybe before 9 p.m. Most skies got about 52 degrees. North about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Temperature 30%. Friday, Sunday, most skies come at 39 about 56 degrees. Saturday, Sunday, most coast come at 8 for about 38 degrees. Sunday, Sunday, podcast come at 86 about 60 degrees. Monday, most of the podcasts come at 8 for about 62 degrees. And for Tuesday, podcasts come at 83 degrees. Paris, what a phase of the night. A nice day, but keep your eye peeled for shots. Expected to be hit and miss time. Pairways, they have a good night. And that'll be it for the Period Channel. Love Confidence. It's late tonight, Period Night. See you tomorrow morning. Have a good night with a good positive attitude. See you tomorrow morning.